disappointed maybe on I know Grayson's obviously a very deserving candidate, but to see what he's done, maybe to not be rewarded for his individual efforts, a little disappointing as a coach?
Hey, our season's not over, and we still got stuff to prove. So we'll just congratulations to them, and good for them.
Did you watch any of Jay's films last year, and if so, where do you think he's made his greatest strides?
I thought he was really good last year too. But yeah, he wears guys down, and I think he's powerful in the fourth quarter, and I think that's the stuff that you see. So
he said you've been working with him with pass protection and some of the other things that when the ball's not in his hands. How has he developed in those areas?
I think he's awesome. I really do. I think there's a lot of good players, not just in our conference but across the country, and I think he's certainly one of the best out there. He does everything. He catches, he blocks, he runs, breaks tackles, makes guys miss. I don't know really what more you'd be looking for in a back.
He gave you a lot of credit. Is there anything you've really tried to emphasize with him this year to try to make him better?
Yeah, stay out of the way. Yeah, well, that's very nice of him. But yeah, we just try and get him pointed in the right direction. So he's doing a phenomenal job.
Off the top of my head, this is the first time you've coached running backs in a while, right?
Yeah, since I was here.
You enjoyed getting back to that group?
Love it. Yeah, it's been great.
What do you like about that spot?
To some degree, you get even maybe a little bit more interaction with the guys because, truly, once you point them in the right direction, with tight ends, you're worrying about pre-snap movements and footwork on blocks and routes, and so you're rolling. With running backs, you got a little bit of time to get involved and talk maybe a little bit more motivation type stuff. And not that we do work on other stuff, but when you got a special guy like that, part of your deal is to make sure that they feel good about the plan and get out of the way and let them execute.
He's nipping at the heels of Ian Johnson and Brock Forsey in the record books, two guys you know well.
Yeah.
Probably not. They're all kind of different, but what stands out about those three guys and what they've been able to do to the record book around here?
Well, I think the thing they probably have most in common is a desire to be great and competitors, tough, all the intangible things. The tangible things, hey, they're all big, fast, strong, all that kind of stuff. But they all do have a little bit different style. But man, hand any of those guys the ball, and they're gonna find the end zone.
Brock's 2002 season was probably the best season by a running back here. And Jay's kind of right there, similar numbers. What do you remember about that season in 2002 with Brock had?
I remember he was tough to stop. Yeah, a lot of the same things. He caught the ball, he ran the ball, he pass protected, very complete guy, and that's what we expect from all our backs here.
Do you think he had 32 touchdowns that year? Do you think you were going to see someone chase that record?
I hope so. Yeah, I seriously, I really do. And when you got a guy that's got a nose for the end zone, you get him the ball. So. Jay's done a great job of that. And, like I said, we got a couple games left. We still got plenty to show people.
Was the 19-yard run where it looked like he was stuffed that he somehow spun out? He's had some good runs, but
he's had some excellent runs. Yeah, but he's done that on some 4-yard runs.
Right.
Where it's like, wow,
how did
he get out of that and make yards? And he's a competitor. He refuses to go down, and those are the kind of things we're always looking for in guys.
I know you've talked about his ability in the passing game and how that's taken a step forward this year. I know a lot of them aren't designed to go to him sometimes. He's just the guy. But what's he done in the pass game to make himself so effective there?
Well, he runs good routes. He catches the ball well. He has a great spatial awareness. He understands when he's open. And he catches the ball. He really does. He's had some contested plays where he's had to go up over a guy or around a guy and make a play, and he does it.
I can't think of too many drops at all that he's had.
Knock on wood. But he's got excellent hands and great concentration.
Give us the thoughts on Fresno State's special teams, what you remember about them, what you think their strengths are.
Well, they've got explosive athletes, so they're always very good in that stuff. They do a bunch of different things. They keep you on your toes, and you're always worrying about, okay, well, if they did that, what would be the fake? What would be their counter? All that kind of stuff. And so making sure the guys understand what all those things are, but still being able to play aggressive.
And obviously in the last game, special teams turned the game a little bit there for a while.
Our game or theirs?
When you played against them, the fumble,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
the game where you fumbled the kickoff and then
Yeah.
they tied the game right after.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm sorry, I thought you meant last week.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that was a killer. I mean, we gave them 7 points and momentum, and we can't do that. I mean, you just flat out can't. That loses you more games than anything else I've ever been associated with. And, I know I've rattled off stats about blocking punts and defensive scores and all that stuff, but that's the first time I've ever been in a game where we fumbled a kickoff and won. So we got to take care of the ball.
You didn't get the player of the week, but you did get a fourth straight game with a really big special teams play. What's going on in the last month? That those plays, big plays you kind of been waiting for have really started to show up.
First of all, I'd say just great individual efforts. Guys are doing more than we're asking them to do. But I think confidence, belief, and opportunity. When sometimes you got to go out and find opportunity, and we're doing a good job of when we get it, converting it.
You don't see
we got to keep doing that.
You don't see very often a guy gets jumped over and then makes the tackle. Whatever that play you see out of Jeremy out there.
But I think that describes how not just Jeremy's playing, but how a bunch of guys on our team are playing. They're never out of it. They're always looking to get back into play, and he's going to be a special player for us. Obviously, you can see he shows up not just when he has the ball, but all over the field, doing things like that. And we just got to make sure that everybody's playing like that. And for a couple of weeks we have been. We got to keep it up, though. You're only as good as your last opportunity.
2 other times, Whale and the special teams guys down there covered him inside like the 2. Got a safety once, almost got one the other time. It's like the punt team's been better.
Yeah, and one of those was Grant punting the ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean's been improved, and we're working on placement and that sort of thing. But we're still battling to get more consistent. But yeah, those are huge plays, and we know they are, and we're looking for them every chance we get.
What's the vibe been like? What's practice been like this week with big championship game week?
It's been good. Our guys, trust me, we know we got something to prove. So guys are working hard. They're battling. It's been physical. We're going to stay after it.